jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yeah, once again, you tuned in to World Combat Sports. Man, like I said earlier, salute to the new week. You know what I'm saying? Prosperity all day, every day. Shout out to the ones who out here getting it in. Big salute to the WCS supporters, man. You know what it is, man. Keep on grinding and keep on, tuning in to WCS media. Boxing, MMA. I'm in the process of paying attention to the ADCC trials for the BJJ World Championships. That is very, very entertaining. you know. Um, King Mitch on deck. What it do? What's good with you there, Mitch? Appreciate you dropping in. What's good? We got some topics. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many times that I have topics on Ryan Garcia as the primary, but I got to. I have to speak on Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I have to speak on Ryan Garcia and the state of emergency. Yes, I said it. I started to put it across a thumbnail. I say, nope, I'm not really doing extra for Ryan Garcia until he does extra for the boxing universe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do extra for somebody who's in Hollywood, trying to come back into the boxing game, get the big high stakes fights, and everybody just give this man a therapeutic exemption, dog. Hell no, shawty. That's just not the way it's working there, Ryan. Not over here at least, but other channels might give you that love. But anyway, Mitch keeping the same exact energy. Oh, you say Ryan ain't shit, dog. God damn. Give a thumbnail enough time to just get acclimated to the live there, Mitch. Real talk, dog. Just give a thumbnail time to get acclimated, bro, before you start dropping damn pleasantries to freaking Ryan Garcia, man. Damn. DBMH on deck. What's good? Tony Boswell on deck. Salute to you. Much respect at WCS in the chat. Stopped in the show supporting, hit the like button, working and listening. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. This is gonna get interesting. I'm gonna talk about Ryan Garcia and the Tank, but the possible Tank situation. Okay. I'm gonna talk about the Rolly and Tank situation and what my boy Tiafimo had to say about it. I may talk about Mega Mad Kurbanov. And he's facing Patrick Teixeira. Might leave that to the end. They're fighting Karatenberg. I know you don't know where that's at, but it's all good. But yeah, man, interesting shit is going on. So for Ryan Garcia, of course, you're talking about an undefeated lightweight fighter. I'm saying he's making headlines for all the surcapping reason has gotten him to this position anyway. The reason why he's in the headlines right now is because it's a lot that's going on where he was at. Several months ago, Canelo Alvarez called him out on his bullshit like we've been doing, right? And, I just felt like people looked at his, kind of goofiness after being knocked down to Luke Campbell and they really didn't drive him home with the criticism like they should. So with Ryan Garcia, man, he was able to absolutely have people believing that he was in Haney work. He had people believing that he was all about Gervonta Davis work. He had people believing that he didn't want Gervonta Davis work no more. He wanted to go to Manny Pacquiao. And I'm saying to myself, hold the fuck up. How are you going to show love to Ryan Garcia for something you vilified Gary Russell for attempting to do? Well, he verbalized it, okay? He verbalized that shit. Gary Russell pretty much was saying he'd go up and fight Terrence Crawford. Then Ryan Garcia comes out here, Mr. Capion, pound for pound, and says, yeah, I had a big fight coming up with Gervonta Davis, but I'm gonna have to let that go. I mean, I got bigger news. And he's insinuating that he was gonna fight Manny Pacquiao, which, come to find out, nothing was in stone. It wasn't even close to being materialized. And that's exactly what Ryan Garcia has done to the boxing public. It's just straight up disrespect, his entitlement. I don't go in on him extremely hard because I want him to give me more material. You know what I'm saying? So next, Ryan Garcia has recently parted ways and basically what you call divorced from Eddie Reynoso. Now, it's many people that's not understanding that I salute Ryan Garcia for doing that shit. I do. I salute him for doing that shit. This is why I salute him for doing that. Because you have Canelo Alvarez and Oscar Valdez. But also you have Teofimo Lopez is going to be en route for potentially allowing Eddie Reynoso to be his trainer. So if you know a little bit about the calendar of the backstory between this, you know well as I do that Rolly Romero had a sparring session with Ryan Garcia. We also know that Teofimo Lopez has moved up to 140, and he's still a big deal in boxing. So, hold on for a second. So, if you put that trio together, Canelo, Valdez, Teofimo, and then you bring in Ryan Garcia, you say to yourself, damn, that's going to be a conflict somewhere. So somehow, some way along the line, someone advised Ryan Garcia, say, hey, take a look at what's going on. Eddie Reynoso is going to go where the fighters that's basically has the highest potential to make him good money and also bring more positive attention to his name. And those three right there can do that. Even Valdez, who popped dirty. You have Canelo, you have Valdez who popped dirty, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? They act like they don't care. Teofimo, coming off a loss, he still has Wall Street in the game. But for Ryan Garcia to leave was very, very intelligent because you have the connection between Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia. They don't like each other. And we also, I will give you another tidbit. Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero are very close, very good friends. So for Ryan Garcia to leave that camp and now reside in the company of trainer Joe Goosen, I think is a good move to get away from the Reynoso camp. And even though he cited he didn't have enough time, this is me telling you, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to put it all out there this morning, but this is me telling you what I think. This is me telling you what I think it is. I truly believe that it came down to once Teofimo Lopez was inbound, Ryan Garcia probably looked at that shit like, damn, that's another name that's bigger than mine. So, and also, that's Rolly Romero's boy. So if he's gonna be around here, yeah, we got a conflict. We're not gonna be friends like that. We're not gonna be cool. We have a distinct history. You know what I'm saying? There's contentiousness in Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. But Rolly Romero is Teofimo's boy. So Ryan Garcia said, man, they don't give a fuck about me, I mean, it's too much. It's building up too much over here. It's too much conflict of interest. So Ryan Garcia is on the outs, and now, he's on the doorstep of Joe Goosen, who is training him. Now, the interesting part about him being with Joe Goosen is that Joe Goosen actually said that Ryan Garcia is gonna retire undefeated, y'all. He's gonna retire undefeated. I'm gonna let that sit with y'all for a minute, all right? Just like a psychedelic, all right? The methyltryptamine. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let that shit sit like the methyltryptamine. We're gonna let it sit like a hallucinogenic. Ryan needs to stop taking pictures on street corners, climbing the ring and fight. Listen, Tony, you're talking about Ryan Garcia, who is in the process of being Mr. Hollywood. That's why you're seeing him taking pictures, doing his modeling, you know what I'm saying? Getting some glamour shot. Because it's all about, what they're gonna do to promote his movie once it's finished filming. That's what it is. And Joe Goosen, he might be right. Real talk. Ryan may be able to end his career undefeated. Because his career may be over in the next year and a half. So he might leave up out of here undefeated, especially if he don't fight Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan Garcia might be like Vasil Lomachenko. He take his first loss, but he want to act like he don't remember. Me no remember, no say amigo, no. That's how it might be. Ryan Garcia may play the part like he don't remember. Mitch say Ryan don't deserve 50-50 with no fucking Tank Davis. And he knows it. But hey, the way all these fighters and promoters treat Ryan, maybe he would get the split he wants. Boxing values clowns these days. Man, that's true words, man. Boxing is valuing these clowns, bro. They dressing them up real nice. They still giving them the same colors and the outfit, everything. But they saying, hey, I don't want to hear no one laugh. Respect this clown, okay? You see how much work we put in dressing this clown? Respect him. And that's what boxing is doing, man. They're giving mad respect to the clowns of the sport. True words, man. Missy, I'm so sick of everybody thinking Ron is um some big fight. He ain't done or solid shit but a mental health lie. That's what they talking about. Y'all hold on for one. Yeah, we back. We back. So let me not give Ryan Garcia too much airplay. I just put the thumbnail up for intro. That's it. So to caveat off what Mitch said earlier about Ryan not deserving 50-50, I'm not saying it. Ryan believes he deserves 50-50. Ryan thinks he deserves 50-50. Look, the only way you're going to get some attention right now is that you speak on something that's not necessarily, you know, agreed upon, or something that's what you would consider a topic of discussion to the fight fans. You got to pretty much fabricate some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about right now. I know people call it capping, but you can call it bloviating, exacerbating, whatever you want to call it, exaggerating. All those three words right there mean that you are putting forth more effort into being disingenuous than genuine. And that's what Ryan Garcia is doing. He believes he deserves 50-50 against a three-weight champion. He hasn't even did anything. But look, he puts it out there as if he truly means that he should get 50-50. Dude ain't making no sense. People, I don't know. Look, I'm starting to believe that he's on the ayahuasca. For real. I believe he's participating in consuming a psychedelic beverage. Seriously. That's what I believe with Ryan Garcia, man. He's consuming the ayahuasca. What's in the ayahuasca? He has to. He's taking the ayahuasca for real. Because Ryan Garcia is up here just saying that he's a bigger star than Tank Davis. And I'm saying, damn, man, how do we verify the amount of IG followers that Ryan Garcia has? Ryan Garcia is on here saying that he's selling out arenas. I mean, I could sell out an arena of 27 people too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard. It's quick trips on every corner. I can get 27 people on a quick trip parking lot. That's all the space we got. Okay, cool. It's about to go down. All right. Just stay right here. Get your cameras rolling too. I can sell out a quick trip parking lot for real. A BP, Shell, you know what I'm saying? Something. Ryan Garcia is up here telling the boxing fans that he is the bigger draw when it comes to Gervonta Davis. And that's the lowest he'll go is 50-50. So I got to provide my analytics, right? When I listen to and I read about what Ryan Garcia is talking about, I believe what he's trying to do is is basically come in a high number as if he rates that number, right? 50-50. And he say, well, I'm going to put this out there to the fans so I can give them a baseline to go off of. So the baseline is me getting 50% against Tank. Then you come in high and you end up having to go a little bit lower. So he don't want to come in and devalue himself because Ryan Garcia is an entitled little spoiled brat. So he don't want to come in like 30%. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be something Ryan Garcia believes in. So he has to come in and believe that the equal split between him and Gervonta Tank Davis, three-weight world champion, is legitimate. Which indeed is, he know it isn't, but he just want people to talk about it. Just like I'm doing. He knows he shouldn't come in any higher than 20 to 30%. He ain't did shit. I wouldn't give him, I'll give him the 80-20 split, just like they trying to do Dillian White. Fuck him. Give him that split. Tony says, sure, it's funny. Ryan took that lick from Campbell, and now He having mental issues, more like um Puzzy, in my opinion. Like I said, I think Ryan's playing to the fans who treat him like a baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get from Ryan Garcia. When he's in that position, Ryan Garcia is smart. Like this ain't no little kid. I think he has two girls. He knows how to lay it down. He knows how to um um impregnate. He knows what that is twice over. He knows what it is for a woman to have a child. But yet, when it comes down to when he gets behind the camera, you know what I'm saying, or him having IG followers, people try to provide Ryan Garcia with a therapeutic exemption like they do across the pond. But this is over here in the US, the therapeutic exemption is for him being stupid. You know, that's a therapeutic exemption they're trying to give him over here. Oh, leave him alone. He's a little kid. Leave him be. He'll grow out of it. Look, he didn't even know how bad he looked against Luke Campbell. Okay, he did a post fight conference. He's sitting up here. Oh, you know, I said to myself, "Wow, he knocked me down." Okay, gee willikers. That's Ryan Garcia. That's why people give him the goofy pass. He gets the goofy pass, dog. Every time I turn around, another fighter promoter in front of the camera talking about Ryan is a big fight. Fuck out of here. Boy ain't sold out no venues or a single PPV. I get it, bro. But you know how it goes, man. When you sit up here and try to explain to people how Eddie Hearns always is responsible for media inflation. Eddie Hearns is responsible for media inflation, dog. That's what he does. Eddie Hearns will come out here and talk that talk the same every time, even though he may be far past what is the actual truth. He don't care. He keeps the same facial expression, the energy. He sounds the same. You know what I mean? You know, Ryan Garcia is a big draw. You know what I mean? No one else can tell me anything more. Ryan Garcia is going to be one of the most ultimate stars in boxing. Yes, he is. He's going to be a Hollywood star. And people don't see it, but it's here. No, we don't see it. We don't see Ryan Garcia being a big star. You know what I'm saying? Not in the US and not in the UK. But the weird part about the US fan base, outside of Mitch, I don't see people really own Ryan Garcia's neck on what he's putting out here to the media. Like, I really don't, man. You know, when are people going to call it for what it is? You know, he's a mandatory for Devin Haney and just said, fuck it. I'm not fighting him. And I don't want to hear what nobody has to say. Nobody. I don't want to hear what nobody has to say. And they can talk to my attorneys. That's what Ryan Garcia mentioned. I say, damn, you sent them straight to your attorneys for being a duck? God damn. A fighter saying they deserve 50-50 is almost like an admission that they don't deserve it. And that's the point I was trying to allude to, that Mitch. He was coming in high because he knows that his percentage value is lower. His percentage value is around 20. Let's put it down at 20. That's where his percentage resides with me, because he haven't did shit. I mean, his deduction points goes from being the mandatory for Devin, ducking, not wanting to fight. I don't think he wanted to fight Javier Fortuna. He didn't want to fight Gervonta Davis, even though he was calling out the name. You know, he even went on Mike Tyson podcast talking about your career will be forever tainted if you don't fight me. And then he had Mike there saying, damn, I ain't never heard this shit like this before. Damn, Brian. So you got Iron Mike, a legend in the sport, co-signing Ryan Lion Garcia on his podcast. And then he dips out. Ryan Garcia dips out on his own words and say, you know what? I have something bigger. So he has us believing a 35er was gonna challenge Manny Pacquiao, bro. Like, are you stupid? You believe in your mental state that the 35er like you, Ryan, was gonna move up and challenge Manny Pacquiao. Absolutely. Wow. Wow. But I understand why he thought he can get away with it. Because pretty much what we read this day and time is just like what Ryan Garcia has going on. His entire mentality is to say some goofy shit that's not true and get people to talk about it. Like I said before, he always want to talk about how many IG followers he got. But how can we verify and substantiate the raw numbers of actual beings? Go live. I would give you 5 times in a row, Ryan. Go live and let's do an average of how many viewership that you get. What's the highest number you can get? Out of millions of followers, let's see, can you break 1,500, 2,000 on the live? 5 straight lives. Let's see, can you break that number? If you cannot viewers and you have that many followers on IG, it's all BS. It's BS, bro. His punk ass talking about Tank to promote his fight with Emmanuel Tagu. Yeah, absolutely. Mitch, man, you understand it. Well, a lot of people understand it, but you get the game he's playing with us. You know what I'm saying? He's playing this game. Hold on for a second. He's playing this game with grown ass adults, bro. He don't care. Like some of these fighters, man, they don't care what they put out to the media. They don't care if you're talking about them in a good or bad way, as long as you're talking. Listen to what I just said. They don't care if you speak in their name in a healthy or unhealthy manner, as long as you're speaking their name. Because what that does is potentially influence someone else to do the exact same thing. If they can get more people to talk about their controversy, then it will turn into a positive for them because they get free promo. So speak about my adversity, controversy, whatever you want to call it. Speak about the BS that I'm putting out to the media and run with it. Right now, the way they abuse YouTube is just insane, y'all. If you really just took like, a lot of people don't push away from the YouTube table and just take a moment to go through it. Check out the channels, check out the thumbnails and see what they're talking about. And a lot of shit that comes out is primarily from 2 mainstream media. And a lot of it is false. So within the YTC, we got to create storylines and freaking scenario based narratives and shit. So anyway, you get what I'm saying. Noel on deck, man. I see you. I'm glad he left. Say no to drugs. Reynoso tried to give him drugs, but Ryan's mom told him to say no to drugs. Oh man, y'all get a sense of humor up in this motherfucker, dog. I agree, dog. I agree with you on that, Noel. You know what I'm saying? His mom told him to say no to drugs. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. I think once again, I tell the people, I say it's a smart move by Ryan due to the conflict of interest that's incoming with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has a close relationship with Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero has a contentious relationship and a disconnect with Ryan Garcia. That ain't going nowhere. So if you connect Ryan Garcia to Teofimo Lopez, they're not going to be friends. They're not going to be cordial. And then Teofimo Lopez had just came out saying that Ryan Garcia was stupid for leaving Eddie Reynoso. Nah, he probably feels some type of way because they was plotting and planning and scheming on Ryan Garcia. They was gonna, put themselves in a position to further, you know, expose, so to speak, or identify some of the BS that was going internal to the camp with Ryan Garcia. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Because Roller Romero's in 35. Ryan Garcia's at 35. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. If it ever came around to him fighting Roller Romero and they under Eddie Reynoso at the same time, that's a conflict of interest for real. Ryan probably took the tea and the street tacos. The street tacos with that prime beef. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always talk about that prime A beef that you get from them tacos off the street. I'm saying that's that tenderloin, that tender. They have just the right amount in there, boy. They say you feel like Samson after that. Canelo called him out on his punk ass bullshit, and Ryan and his family got sensitive as usual. The reason why they were sensitive is just like why black people would feel the way they do, just like we see in life all the time. They probably felt that Canelo should have been more of a mentor to Ryan Garcia instead of putting him out there to hang himself. He was saying that Ryan wasn't really dedicated to the sport. That's tough, bro. That's coming from the cash cow right now, the top of the food chain, Canelo Alvarez. To put Ryan Garcia out there and say, no, bro, you ain't dedicated to the sport. You ain't taking this shit serious. That hurt that little kid. Hell yeah, his parents probably felt some type of way like, how dare he say that about you, Ryan? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. I agree with that. Definitely agree. Ryan out here chasing waterfalls and some TLC shit. I don't know, man. Ryan Garcia ain't too far from being caught in his private space. Looking at that video and going through the dance moves too. Don't go chasing one on. Listen to the. That's right, Garcia. Them dogs at 140 will eat Ryan alive. The boy big for nothing. Campbell soft punching ass. Almost broke his jaw. See, he is in a tight situation, bro. Ryan Garcia, with all the capping he's done, it's a lot of people that's not even taking him serious. But like I said before, the cynical part about it is that the good bows before evil all the time, especially in boxing sometimes, right? It bows before evil. Ryan Garcia coming back and getting one fight with Tagu. We don't know what's going to be in the fork in the road. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know if he's going to get the Cambozo fight or he may potentially get a fight with Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis. So with Gervonta Davis' name, at the tip of one side of the fork in the road, which one will benefit Ryan Garcia the most? Well, of course, in my opinion, for legacy, if he believes he can beat Gervonta Davis, that'd be a huge upset if he pulls it out. Gervonta Davis fight is bigger than Cambozo fight. Cambozo is nobody when it comes to superstardom. He's nobody. So if Ryan Garcia believes he has what it takes to go in there and face the hardest hitter in boxing right now, and he's able to get the victory, it would change his career. Ryan Garcia will elevate himself over time, short period of time, to Canelo status. That's if he can continue to keep that win streak alive. Now, it's gonna be a lot of people. I know Mitch for one. He gonna say, hell no, that shit ain't fucking happening. There's no way it fucking possible that's happening. It's that is just talk. That's bullshit. That's just good for fillers in the live stream, all that shit. And I would say the same thing. It's just good for damn conversation. But if he defeats Gervonta Davis, bro, it's a wrap. If he defeats Gervonta Davis, and let's just say Gervonta Davis goes in here, beats Rolly without getting injured, and gets the fight. I can't even go through that scenario. I can't put that up there. That's outside my belief. That's outside my integrity to even prognosticate a potential that Ryan Garcia can accomplish a feat like that, people. Ryan Garcia can't do that shit. Ryan Garcia may get past Tago. But there's no way you can hear me flip that off my shit too much about him going in there defeating Gervonta Davis. But I'm saying if he did, that would elevate him to a whole nother level where he wouldn't be stopped. He can't be stopped if he continued to do that. Then let's say he get a fight with Cambozo. He would go in as the A side. I don't give a fuck what Cambozo's talking about and what color hair he chooses to show up to the press conference with. You have two clowns in a motherfucking media carnival. You have Cambozo and Ryan Garcia. If he comes in there with a win over Gervonta, then he's the A side. I don't give a fuck how many belts. It would be the same reciprocation that happened with Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin when Canelo moved up 54 to 60. He was the A side. Ghost on deck, man. What's good with you, Ghost? Dave Benavidez team came out and said $7 million or no fight, bro. They're not with the no boo-boo stroke. Yeah, I haven't touched on that yet. Yeah, man. Don't come up there trying to talk that bullshit and lowball people. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame them. I don't blame them for that shit. Get your money for fighting Boo Boo, for real. That's a two-way champion. Dave Benavidez is a two-time champion. Both of them have stock in the game. So be fair. Fucking Woods ass Ryan should have listened to Canelo and got to work. Like I said, man, I don't think it was more so what Canelo said. Canelo said was partially a reason for his departure, but also I really think he fled the scene when it came down to knowing that Teofimo Lopez was inbound. The APB went out there, Mitch. The APB was out. Teofimo is talking about Eddie Reynoso being his trainer. How is that going to work? You talking about a former 35er and Teofimo Lopez, who has one of his best friends, Rolly Romero, at 35. You believe that Teofimo and Ryan Garcia is going to be in the same camp and don't spar? You think that's never going to happen? What happened with Eddie Reynoso say, hey, I just want to talk to you about, Teofimo Lopez is here. Okay. All right, Ryan. How you been feeling? You good? Okay, I see you've been doing well in the media. But he wants to spar. You think they're never gonna spar one another? Like let's just say everybody's sparring. Let's just put Oscar Valdez in there per se. Let's just say Oscar Valdez spars Teofimo. Or Oscar Valdez just sparred Ryan Garcia. You think it's not gonna become a time where Teofimo Lopez is gonna spar Ryan Garcia? And Canelo might be just out of sight. Ryan Garcia might feel pressure to step in there and spar a former 35er, someone he never stepped in the ring with, but now he's at 40 and under the same training umbrella. They're not going to step in there and lace him up. Yes, it's going to happen. And guess what that's going to do? That shit is going to hit the streets like wildfire. Word has it, Teofimo fucked up Ryan and sparring. And then Rolly Romero is going to take to the media, and it's going to be a whole full-blown fiasco, dog. Cambozo had 3 belts, though, but I don't think he fights Cambozo. Cambozo has three belts, but all he is doing is holding equipment. He earned it, sure enough. But as far as his name. I mean, what are we talking about? What is he ranked? You can be a belt holder, but yet you're still not considered one of the best in the division. Seriously, like when I say that, he went in there and fought Tiafimo, and in a lot of cases, when you beat somebody like Tiafimo, and he's on his best, his A game, you give him full credit, right? But Tiafimo, in my opinion, wasn't 100%. But Cambozo got the job done, and he won via decision. But Cambozo was not a Teofimo Lopez when he stepped in the ring with him. Teofimo, when he stepped in the ring, he had already went through Nakatani. When he stepped in the ring, the challenge for the IBF title, that was Richard Comey. He did what he's supposed to do. If you're going to say Richard Comey ain't shit, he stopped him in two. Kambosos wasn't anything close to Teofimo Lopez when you talk about him stepping in there with Vasily Lomachenko for the unified titles. He was a mandatory coming off of SD against Mickey Bay and Selby. Sliding by. $7 million between both. David and Andrade probably barely breaks even. Good little scrap though. We don't know if it's a good scrap. We don't know if it's a good scrap. You know why? Because there's so many people saying that and Andrade's such a slick fighter. He's underrated. And then he goes in there and fight competition that's mediocre, and he looks mediocre. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for him to step in there and prove himself against the right opponent. And David Benavidez would definitely be the right opponent. But the money definitely has to be right. Definitely. Ryan beating Tank is equivalent to Blair, the Flair beating Crawford. Well, just because Blair mentioned Crawford's name, I don't see that ever happening anytime in the near future. And I can link that up. I know for a fact Blair is better than Ryan Garcia. He's better. But yeah, you can take it for what it's worth. And shout out to Blair the Flair. Outstanding interview. The way to goddamn, wake up the boxing community there, Blair. That's what you did with your voice, dog, and your words. Teach on deck. What's good? What's good? Any connections to be made about the boxer Ryan is boxing. Lou promotes him. Any connections to be made about the boxer Ryan? Explain what you mean, Teach. $7 million for Benavidez is too much for an Andrade fight. I can't see the zone or PBC paying those guys anywhere close to $7 million to fight each other. That's not a $14 million fight. And what's even more concerning there, Mitch, is neither one of them have a belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about Canelo belt. At least give him something. You know what I'm saying? At least give him something. Like when Canelo stepped in there against Caleb Plant had a belt. Caleb Plant was the last man in the draw for Undisputed. So he had a belt. So he cashed out very, very nice. You know what I'm saying? So for both of these guys, for one, Andrade having no stock in the game. Oh my God, bro. Andrade is struggling right now for notoriety. And his performances, they haven't been up to par for people to just start, really paying interest to him. Serious interest. It's not happening. But 7 apiece, Santa Claus need to be somewhere close, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need some investors. We need to start a GoFundMe for this fight. Shakur has seen 10 dudes to hold Valdez so he can sign the fight against him. Shakur has sent 10 dudes to hold Valdez so he can sign the fight. Well, I would say this, Noel. I didn't see any guys just off camera when they showed the steel frames, but didn't it look like Valdez was under pressure? You know, the way he was posing. It's like somebody was standing behind the camera, pointing whatever they was at Oscar. Sign it now. And Oscar Valdez was just standing up there staring like, please don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm gonna do it. Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I'm the champ. I'm the WBC champ. That goes for the entire fight or anyone. Valdez pulled a Suge Knight on Vanilla Ice situation for him to sign that contract. Valdez had a shit to win the fight though. He's no scrub. I got Shakur for show. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. And like I said, man, I talked to Valdez on a couple occasions. I have. And I don't have, besides him popping dirty and still being gifted a night to fight in his backyard, being provided a pass, y'all. A pass. This dude was provided a pass. Blatant doping, pop positive, and still wasn't stripped. Nothing. That's my problem. But as far as talking to him, he's a good dude, man. As far as Shakur, I always say Shakur is like the emperor of boxing right now. Shakur Stevenson's that guy. He's on the rise for sure. You know what I'm saying? He has his mind made up. He's a two-weight champion already. He's young as shit. But hey, when he get around to the 40, 47, it's gonna be interesting whenever he decides to. Because 3 years, I'll say 2 years from now, the welterweight division is gonna look different. The 40-pound division is gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? So we'll wait and see what happened with him on that. That $7 million for the entire fight would be okay. Davis asking for $7 million for himself and some bullshit. He ain't got nowhere close to that yet. Why ask that much for middleweight? You can't call him a middleweight if he's moving up to 68. I mean, in that case, anybody who moves up, we can place him in the division that they started from, bro. We need to release that. For real. We need to release that. Strike it out. In that case, what weight division we gonna call Manny Pacquiao? We gotta leave that alone. Because check this out. If a person move up and do what Bam Rodriguez did, it's all good. We have the flyweight moving up to superfly. You know what I'm saying? It's all good because he went up there and defeated Kodras. Nobody ain't saying shit. Nobody's saying nothing. Stevenson moves up to 30. He has one fight and then fights Herring. Nobody's ain't talking about he's a 26-pounder. Nobody's saying shit about that. Real talk. Nobody ain't saying nothing. So we definitely have to let that go. If Mario Barrios would have went up there and defeated Keith Thurman, they wouldn't have said, oh man, Barrios, a 40-pounder. They might have slid it in there just to get on Keith Thurman's nerves. But man, when you look at it, man, we gotta let that shit go because it's a lot of combat specialists that can move up and make a big deal. Canelo Alvarez has did it. Canelo Alvarez went from 60 to 68, defeat Rocky Fielding. Nobody was saying, oh, he was able to do that because he came up from middleweight. Canelo Alvarez moved from 68 to 75. Nobody was saying shit. Because he won. Blair the Flair is much better than Ryan Garcia easily. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Man, hey, anybody knows Blair Flair? I'm gonna give a cash reward. I gotta get him on my show, bro. You know what I'm saying? You tell him to drop me a DM on IG or whoever in this chat can make that happen. I got you For real. I got you. I need to talk to Blair Flair. I want to have a conversation with that boxer. He's interesting. He's entertaining right now. I'm gonna get him on the show. For real, I'm gonna get him on the show, man. Dude is straight to the point. I like his energy. I like his confidence. You know what I'm saying? He want the big fight. He was look, he was trying to stump on everybody, man. From Errol Spence to Ugas to Jerron Ennis to the Bud Crawford. Motherfucker Blair Flair wasn't playing, dog. He had some about a connection between Tagu being promoted by the Bella Grease ass. Oh, okay. You're absolutely right about that. See, look, I can put a lot of shit together, but sometimes when I'm going through and interacting with, reading these, sometimes I can't process. I gotta use the excuse. It's probably old age. Sometimes this shit just don't jump across synapses gap, just get stuck and just fall. Poof. But anyway, hell yeah. You think if they're trying to create and set up a fight with Cambozo and Ryan Garcia that Tagu is going to win and he's promoted by Ludabella too? Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ludabella's already had that conversation with Tagu. Hey, you got one loss, you about to get a second one. You understand that, big dog? So go in there, move around a little bit, just like Chavez Jr. did with Canelo, and let's get this fight, make it look interesting. Cause we got to make this money. We being Ryan Garcia and George Cambozo. You're not included in that. You understand me? Don't go in there trying to be a hero, bro. Because let's just say Emmanuel goes in there and get a knockout like Luke Campbell, a knockdown. It'll look good. Let's just say he upset the a la carte. He's gonna get blackballed. Look, he'll get blackballed by his own Lulabella. He's gonna say, "What are you doing, son? You're not a draw like Ryan Garcia. We was trying to make a big fight. I told you wasn't there to win, son. You only had one loss. I told you to go in there and you had specific orders and you went against the grain and did what the fuck you wanted to do. Now, let's see how long it takes for you to get back in the ring." Shit. The Bella already told Tagu, "Hey, you about to take your second L. Get the money and run." Oh, the guy who Ryan facing Tagu is promoted by Lula Bell, who also promotes Camboso. Absolutely, Teach. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. But see, Noel, they're not talking about Canelo like that because he's winning. But if Canelo if it was a big name up there, let's just say Dimitri Bivol. Let's just say Bivol defeats Canelo. Then they'd be talking about, oh, well, you got to think about it. He's a 54. Come on. He never really grew into the division at light heavyweight. They'll come up with all these excuses, bro. You know what I'm saying? To once again protect, reserve the preciousness of Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's what they'll do. Interesting that a guy Tagu lost his last fight and won all the rest. I never seen him fight before. Man, his name popped up before, man, and was it a cancellation? His name popped up before and people was mentioning him and stuff like that. But if people don't know who he is, it's not something that's abnormal. Yeah, it's not abnormal. A lot of people don't know who this guy is. And if the plan, all right, through all the rhetoric, we got to identify the rhetoric, the agitprop that goes on. A lot of times that we're on here speaking about boxing media, and they want to come up here and say, well, Ryan's fighting Camboso. Ryan's fighting Gervonta. Ryan's fighting that. We don't know who to believe. But the only thing we can do is what I'm doing right here with scenario-based reporting. And that is linking shit together on what happened here, that, and there, and Ryan possibly go there. If he ends this way, he potentially may face that guy. But then we include the behind the scene variables of Lula Bella being on the team of Tagu, and being that it's no way Tagu is going to go in there and beat Ryan Garcia and think or believe he's going to get a fight with George Cambozo. So if the plan is the latter, Tagu is going to lose, absolutely. And then potentially we may see Ryan Garcia fights Cambozo. But then when you hear Cambozo up here talking about fighting Ryan Garcia, who has a fight with Rolly Romero, you kind of scratch your head a little bit and say, damn, what the fuck? Like, who's fighting who? Is Cambozo waiting for Ryan Garcia, or is Ryan Garcia waiting for Gervonta? Or what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, boxing is everywhere. No, Mitch. I don't agree, bro. I think Mitch that Blair the Flair believed what the fuck he was saying. I don't think somebody look. You gotta understand where that dude came from, what he went through, what he's experienced, and where he's at in life. Man, he was believing his shit, bro. Hell no. I think absolutely he was believing that. I'm not gonna say he was talking out his ass. I don't believe that, big dog. I don't. I can't rock with you on that one, bro. Yeah, watch the interview, bro. TBV. Watch the interview. Shit's on point. Shit's on point. And TBV has changed their platform. Ness is elevating. He has one co-host now. And he's been making moves behind the scene, obviously, because his co-host that was there before, they're no longer there. It's just him. And his co-host, man, I'm talking about. It's of course I seen where this was going a long time ago with Ness wanting to um pretty much cater to the English and Spanish speaking audience. You have to. You have to. It's smart, especially when it comes to boxing. Ness know how to speak Spanish. His co-host knows how to. So it makes sense. And his co-host knows boxing too. Real talk. His co-host knows boxing. So if you look at it in the new platform they have set up and all that, they doing some good things. And when they had Blair the Flair on there, shit. Blair, that's the best interview to date since they changed the platform. That's one of the best interviews they had on there, period, in my opinion. In my opinion, Charlo will beat the brakes off Andrade. Are we talking about worn brakes or fresh brakes? What are we talking about, Noel? Because I don't know, man. You know how you can fuck with somebody too long and they start building up energy that you didn't know they have? I think Andrade has that shit, dog, because yeah, he fucked up almost a decade ago, right? He wanted more money, and they've been holding that grudge shit against him. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I think Andrade will have the best fight of his career against Mauro Charlo if they fight sometime soon. But we don't fucking know, do we know it? We don't know, bro. We don't know what the fuck going on with Charlo. People up here. Well, if you look at Deuteronomy 6, chapter 28, it says, therefore, anyone who participates in a combat sport should therefore be baptized and ask for forgiveness for all their sins for which they're about to commit. They should therefore kowtow to the highs and pray. They should cleanse themselves. No, that's not the way we're doing. We're not going to a Bible reading. We're not going to a devotion. We're not going and testifying. People acting like, oh man, Jamal Charlo, he got arrested and he should be put out to the pasture, never to think about facing Canelo again. Why? Caleb Plant slapped him. It don't matter if it was with the fingertips or not. Caleb Plant slapped the man. Was it wrong? Gennady Golovkin talk shit about Canelo. leading up to their rematch. Was it wrong? He said all the shit about him doping. What did he still step in the ring? Yes. We can go on and on about people who's gotten in trouble and still stepped in the ring. People always want to correct you. Okay, cool. Canelo starting 47. I never said he didn't start at 47. I'm just talking about, when he was at 54 and started getting a buzz with his name and move up to face Gennady Golovkin. That's all I was doing. Look, you ain't gonna give me no credit for the shit I do get correct. But you'll come on here for the first time just to critique and scrutinize what I didn't say. I am human. You know what I'm saying? I am not a computer generated catalog. I do not have a electronic database internally to my body. I operate off the same system that you do. I use my brain just the way you do, but I may study a bit more than you do. So if I don't mention certain things, it's not that I don't know it. It's that I choose not to speak on it. I'm not. Look, I know my audience. They're not tyros when it comes to this boxing game. So I don't have to break shit down to fine details for them to understand. They know. This is not grade school. But appreciate you for pulling up. Serious, man. You can say 1,000 things right. And then just because you don't mention some one time, people's like, he didn't start at 54. He started at 47. Get it right. If you're going to run a channel, get it right. We're speaking about Saul Canelo Alvarez. Maybe if I would have said, well, it's Canelo Alvarez. Well, his first name is Saul, right? Come on now. Blair said Crawford loses to him once he signs the contract. Yeah. But I'm still, look, I'm vouching. I'm advocating for Blair to Flair. I know in that sense right there. But look, like I said before, I think Blair to Flair believes that he can go in here and do what he does. Do I believe everything? No. I don't believe he beats Crawford time, just because he signs a contract and get a shot. Hell no. It's gonna take more than wild hair, glasses, and being outspoken to go in there and win a fight, a 12-round fight with Terrence Crawford. Real talk. It's gonna take way more than that, people. Boxing King archives on deck, man. What's good? WCS is next company host, the same company host from Porterway podcast. To be honest with you, bro, I don't know. It may be. But all I'm saying is he's the co-host over there at TBV. And he has solid boxing knowledge. though I believe they be cutting each other off too much. But that's the type, that's the type of speech you're gonna be a part of over there with Ness. Ness, he don't allow people to complete full sentences now. And run over him like his speed. But Ness keeps the rotation going sometime. When he be in his shit, he keeps it in rotation, bro. You have to be quick on the motherfucking draw with him. And when you draw, you got to continue to fire off. Listen to his show. You'll see what I'm saying. They be cutting each other off over there, dog. You be trying to explain and you be in a full sentence, and then all of a sudden, yeah, but it's like this, and then somebody might be trying to make a point. His co-host is trying to make a point about something that's in the history, back in the day. And Ness try to cut him off, like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was that title right here. He said, no, that's not it, Ness. It's rapid fire session over there, dog. Warn of fresh breaks. I think Andrade would frustrate him. Okay. All right. Talk your shit, bro. I'm frustrated just by watching Andrade. His style is just confusing. Well, I don't see it. I don't see it. The reason I don't see it is because it's not too many people gonna convince me that Andrade is a stronger fighter than Marcharlo. I don't see that first and foremost. Styles, I like them. I like how they link up with Styles. Who has the better opposition? I mean, that's a big deal right there. You know what I'm saying? I believe Marcharlo's had the better opposition. So if they are to touch gloves in the future, guess what? We'll see how it plays out. I just can't take who Andrade's been in the ring with and give him that assessment value to say it overcompensates or it's a higher value than Marcharlo on what he's done this for up to 60. You know, you're talking about a 54 champion, 60 champion. I just don't see that's where it's at. I can't value Andrade over Marcharlo right now. People are enamored with Andrade's style for some reason, but then isn't he supposed to look sweet? Isn't he supposed to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee against those opponents that he was in there with? Isn't that how it works? They say that all the time, right? I told you I quote, Javon Woodard. He said, I'm not happy. I supposed to do that shit. I supposed to go in there and smash old boy. I was supposed to do that. I don't get happy about what I supposed to do. That's what Andrade was supposed to do. We just want him to go in there and have the same mentality and results against Marcharlo. That's all I can say on that. You want this live? You want this live to be all about you? It's not gonna happen. I just let you talk in the chat. You on my block right now, so you trying to tell me how to speak, and, and obviously, a person that pretty much keeps the tone pretty leveled. It's not gonna be about you, dog. Someone's trying to get under your skin, WCS. Nah, not at all. They just don't know. Come on now. Anybody tell you, man? I done showed up to plenty panels by my damn self to debate. You actually think somebody coming on my platform trying to explain something to me just because I responded because they wanted me to respond? Now they want to make the live again, about them. But anyway, Ryan Garcia gets that fight, right? Wherever it may be. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to take Ryan Garcia for what he's worth. He hasn't been the most truthful individual. So we have to wait, be patient, and see if he's able to get one of these big names. And remember what I said about Tagu now. Tagu, the Bella connection, he ain't winning against Garcia. And then, I said the bigger fight, in my opinion, is indeed Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis. Because of Gervonta, being a multi-weight champion, you know what I'm saying? Just his star power right now is far exceeds Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is not a bigger draw than Gervonta Davis. And just because you up here selling out gas station parking lots, that doesn't make you a draw. Though I would like to see that fight down in the ATL, I seriously don't think that's going to be his first selection. That's not going to be the ink on the dotted line after he finished off Emmanuel Tagu. If Emmanuel Tagu comes in and defeats Ryan Garcia, dog, I'm gonna laugh my ass off, dog. I'm sorry, people. I just have to do a live, and after I take one of the pictures, of him laying on the canvas again, I'm just gonna have to laugh this shit, bro, because I'm getting ready. If he loses to Tagu, he gonna blame it on mental illness, dog. That's what Ryan Garcia is gonna do. So I'm thinking through everything, through all the smoke, he beats Tagu, he faces Cambozo. because Cambozo feels comfortable with Ryan Garcia. He feels comfortable knowing that if he knocked down Teofimo Lopez, he for surely can drop Ryan Garcia. That's Cambozo's mentality for me, in my assumption. That's Cambozo's mentality. If he knocked down Teofimo Lopez, then he can definitely drop Ryan. Seriously, I would have that mentality, so to speak. I would say to myself, like, I don't see Teofimo Lopez being dropped by Ryan Garcia. I don't see Teofimo Lopez losing to Ryan Garcia. But if you take Cambosa's mentality and his experience, his reflection is going to be, I did knock down Tio. I did. I knocked him down. He didn't do shit else after that except, have his moments. But yeah, he can say he knocked him down. Do you think it's a fear for him stepping in there with Ryan Garcia and knowing that he was knocked down by Luke Campbell? Please. Please. Let's move on to Benavidez and Andrade, bro. Look, I just want Benavidez to fight Canelo Alvarez. I've been wanting him to fight Canelo Alvarez. I don't know why it's a no Mexican banishment going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it because I find Benavidez to be very entertaining. And plus, one thing about fighting Benavidez at 168, Canelo will probably be in there with a light heavyweight on fight night. And no, people can't sit up here and say, well, Canelo's went up to 175. Hey, I'm telling you, Benavidez is a big boy. It's only a matter of time before he finally moves up to the higher weight division of light heavyweight. I want to see him fight Canelo. I would like to see him fight Andrade, but not so much than I would for him to fight Jamal Charlo, bro. That's just what I think. Like, I wouldn't want him. I wouldn't want to see Andrade before Charlo. I wouldn't want to see. I mean, I can't say I wouldn't want to see Charlo before Canelo because that seems like it's impossible. I'm talking about makeable fights. Makeable fights. I'm looking at. I would want to see Maul before he fight Andrade because I already know what he's gonna do to David Lemieux. I already know, like a lot of people did. David Lemieux, when it comes to style, oh my God, you cannot ask for a better gift wrap with a ribbon that big on it. David Lemieux's style is absolutely tailor-made for David Benavidez. And he's going to stop him. He's going to stop Lemieux. Lemieux loves sitting down and all this other shit on his punches, just loading up on shit. It's tailor-made for somebody. If he's able to catch Benavidez and, shock him a little bit, get him out his rhythm, earn that respect, then cool. But I don't see that with a name like Lemieux. I don't see it, bro. Someone's trying to get Carson from Porter Way Podcast is not the co-host with Nessa TBV. Appreciate that info, Mitch. Appreciate linking that up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I just know the guy knows his shit like Ness knows his shit. And, they blend in pretty nice right now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but, they over there in Vegas. They shining right now. The new setup, I like it. Very, very professional. They have a team. They say they have a budget. So they having fighters come in. I don't know the arrangement behind the scenes, but hey, Bill Haney's been on there already. They having people come through, man. Do you think people are demanding the fights? Boxing is being taught on YouTube and probably the number one platform for fans. Yet they are not giving the fans and fights they want to see. They don't care. I agree with that. I agree with YTC. Excuse me. I agree with the YTC being an environment where there is transit. I believe certain people transient YouTube. Now, when you transient a place, it's all about why are they here? Are they coming here because they have multiple platforms to draw content from? Or are they just coming through here to pretty much get a feel for how the YouTube community work on what talking points they put out to the mainstream media? And if they did transit here, they'll find out that a lot of platforms on here grab the headlines and the articles and they talk on it for free. They talk on it. So it's whether it's good information or bad information, it still get talked about. So when Teach said the best not fighting the best, as long as they have people talking about the fighter, right? That's out here and they may have a big name, but they're not fighting the fighter that we want to see. As long as they keep on talking about that fighter, whoever's transient behind the scenes and all these false ghost accounts and shit, they just say, okay, cool. We're going to continue to put this out. We're going to continue to get them to talk about this name, knowing that it's just free promo. All along, they're fighting somebody else. They can even tell Boxing News 24, hey, Crawford Errol are in talks, right? And then you have to dig deeper to say, okay, who are they? What? They in talks with what? And then they know they're gonna ignite the YouTube. Oh, I got Derek James' number. I'm gonna call Derek. Boom, boom, boom. Are y'all in talks? Man, don't believe that shit. For real, they ain't in talks. But Derek, do something. Man, I told you they ain't in talks. I got to get back and train Errol. Bye. That's what it is, Teach. Man, that's what the fuck it is, dog. I'm serious, dog. Like they play games here. They transient the block, right? They know the routines. They know how quick to put information out and people put it to live stream reporting, content creation. They know. They play with us, dog. They don't play with me because I come in what I feel like. I don't have to come on every day, but I come on. But some people they put up a live stream every day, and the information be so fucked up to the point when they change it, them people just go in there and change and put up a number on there on different information attached to the previous information that they just spoke on. Oh, so and so's not fighting this person. Suppose he's fighting this person. It's a playground, bro. YTC is a playground. Real talk. It's a content playground. Nobody can get upset because they know it's true. They know information is put out there, changes all the time, like the minutes on the clock. So don't take it serious. Will Scambosis take a voluntary to stay active while this nasty ass plan versus Ron works out? Man, will Cambosis do something like that? I don't believe so. I think he'll wait like a good little boy and wait for then good old Ryan who fights um in April to finish that so they can need Cambozo in the ring to do his, wear his platform shoes first, his print shoes. He gonna come in there with some goddamn 3-inch platform shoes to make himself look taller because Ryan Garcia is definitely taller than him. And he's gonna come in through the ropes and start, I'm up next. I'm gonna beat you. Man, shut up. We don't seen that shit before, dog. We've seen that before. As far as what you said and teach, the fans not they're not giving the fans. Who is they? Okay, when you speak of they, you can't speak of them as a single entity. Boxing is a system that consists of people competing in a sport. The system is what's fucked up. All right, Teach. The system is what's fucked up in this sport, supposedly. Why? Because it's no organization. It lacks a dynamic of structure, consistent structure across the board. It lacks in the consistency of rule settings and rule implementation. It lacks in that. The commissions are different across the states. The promotions are different. There's no pay scale. I mean, when you talk about the rules, how often do the rules? I mean, it's not like we don't know the rules are pliable. They get bent all the fucking time, dog. They have rules set in place for a fighter in recess. But yet, fighters like Manny Pacquiao can get placed in recess outside of what it requires for a fighter to be in recess. So why have a rule system if you're not gonna abide by it? So them, so to speak, who's not giving us the fight, we don't know who them is, because in boxing, it's so many individuals that's involved in making the fight happen. They speak about the promoters supposed to work for the fighters. What's supposed to happen and what actually happens is so far off the charts. Sometimes you might see a fighter like what Teofimo Lopez was able to do, like, negotiate his worth and take the fight to a purse bid, right? I mean, not a purse bid. Negotiate his what he was going to take home against Vasyl Lomachenko, and then go to a purse bid for Cambozo. Unfortunately for Teofimo Lopez, the sabotage and everything else contaminated them stepping into the ring, because Floyd Mayweather came into town, and then COVID, tap danced a little bit and say, hey, look at me. And that shit was delayed, and then it was delayed again. So he really didn't benefit off the purse bid because he ended up being paid lower by Matchroom being the next in line as the default to take over and promote the fight. And that's what happened. But I like Teofimo taking a stance and stand on his square to up his value, to increase his marketing value, to increase his price point as a fighter. But when you ask who, I don't fucking know who is. I really don't. When you say, oh, they not giving us a fight, I don't know who they are, because there's so many people that's involved in not making the fight happen. So many people, dog. That's right. It's free promotion on your end, and talking about these fighters. It's free promotion, and then it's not like these fighters want to come over here firsthand and take a look in the neighborhood. Look, I grew up when there was no internet. My belief system still is I'd rather know somebody off what I see, their behavior, handshake, things like that. You have a lot of dudes that's on YouTube that really basically based on whether they want to involve themselves or socialize with you based off the views of your channel, dog. Look, this is incredible. They based off the views of your channel on where they want to talk or communicate with another grown ass person. Look, what's incredibly delusional is that people actually put faith in viewership on these channels to provide you credibility as a human being. You will hear cats on their live say, oh man, I got more views than you. I've been, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you saying? These boxers don't come over here on the auto. Hey man, I seen you do a live on me the other night. So I'm just hitting you up on IG, see if you want to interview. That doesn't happen. Nobody has that luxury. Nobody on this YouTube. We just over here working like ants. You go by and you kick off the top of an anthill. What happened? They scatter. That's just what YouTube is. It's a lot of scattered ants type of situations going around here, because all the things you see a lot of traffic and everything every time a freaking new information comes out. Everybody's scrambling to be the first one to post a thumbnail and go live. look, it's an abomination to the media game. I'm not gonna lie, people. I gotta keep that shit real. When you're talking about social media, when you're talking about how people judge you as a human being based off viewership, and then being that I was a data officer, right? I I take this at the lowest value of basically on how I connect with another person on YouTube or another human being. I just factor in a lot of shit. It would be great if these fighters came to our doorstep and dropped us a DM and say, "Hey man, I just wanted to know if you wanted to interview, bro. I appreciate the live you did." That would be different if that was across the board on YouTube. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all, bro. It's just too many things that goes on over here that you cannot take it serious. Like I would take a handshake all day, face to face, conversation, yeah, all day long. But more so, I hear grown ass men with families and kids and shit. They're like, man, I got more views than him. He ain't shit. I got more views. I'd rather see Andrade and Charlo unified middleweight before anything else, more than either fighting David at 168 for no title. Can it happen? It can happen. A miracle. Somehow, some way. It can happen. It's dare to happen because both of them are currently reigning defending champions. WBC versus WBO unification, right in middleweight division. It can happen. But if you still have Mar Charlo holding a fucking grudge, bro, it's never gonna then come to fruition. I'm done talking about that shit. Cause they like holding damn animus with fighters. That's all they do. Both of them. I don't know why Mel Charlo disliked Jerry Hurd so much. I don't know why the fuck goddamn Mar Charlo still talking about, you know, not fighting Andrade because of what happened a long time ago within the family. He disrespected the family by wanting more money. They hold grudges all the time, taking shots at Deontay when he lost. Man, fuck that, dog. I blame Ryan for Pac-Man getting stripped. WBA took the belt as soon as Ryan started talking about the fight. Nah, I doubt that. Hey, Ryan, see, you put a comment like that. Ryan say, see, mom, I told you I was important. Look what he said. He said I influenced them to put Pacquiao on recess. Ryan, then they looked at that shit as a joke, dog. No, it's all good, bro. I just like, it's just my opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion when it comes down to the YTC shit. People look at you and whether they like your voice, they try to dig and do research on you. I talk boxing and MMA. So hey, they tune in, if not, it's all good. Like I said, I'm cool with the ones who show up. That's the only thing I can say. I'm cool with the ones who show up every time I go live and you know, interact with the dang ones that's productive, not the haters that come over here on the false accounts and want to make it about them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. But you did make a good point about potentially I think it was Mitch. Mitch made a good point about Charlo and Andrade fighting at 60. That would definitely be easier because it's nothing. It's dead at 60. It's fucking dead. So we can get finally a Charlo versus Andrade. Yeah, that's cool. Because we ain't waiting on freaking Gennady Golovkin and Murata. We're not waiting on that. Don't stop it. We're not waiting on that shit. But hey, you got to continue to keep the pressure on Mar Charlo. Because Mel has a fight. We got to continue to keep the pressure on Mar Charlo to stop being a whiny ass baby. If you're gonna say skill pay the bills and all that shit, you got to step up and goddamn fight Andrade at 60 and see who has the better skills. And then whoever wins could pay the bills and fight up 68 at a bigger fight. But if you're gonna say you're gonna move up to 68, make the decision and commitment to do it. Don't say I'm a middleweight. Now you sounding like you have a little bit of fear of stepping in there and fighting somebody like Benavidez is gonna be bigger than you. Take a big fight off the rip. You look at the Danny Garcia, not the Danny, Mikey Garcia is stepping up to fight Spence. Man, come on. You just seen Mario Barrio step up and fight in the division for the first time. What's going on, Charlo? All the talk, lines only? Bro, you gotta step up and do something, Brian. The only thing that people really value in Charlo is that when it comes time for them to have a fight and they give that access, that all access shit, they start showing off all the damn material, the vehicles they got, the sports cars, and all the custom shit they got. We seen that. We know you got money. We know Al Heyman spent that hedge fund money on y'all. Y'all was able to reap the benefits. Now, how are you going to continue to get paid? How do you not recognize that you and your brother was on a PPV on the same night and it flopped? So the only way for you to separate in big mall if you take a big fight. Take that big fight with David Benavidez. Sign a contract, bro. Sign it. That's all we can do. We can wait on you and hopefully and wishing that you sign the damn contract. That's it. Yeah, but that's, man, it's the same old story, different day. We just waiting. You know what I'm saying? I sit up here and talk about how we roam like a like the structure of an anthill, right? But yet we're so anxious to talk about shit. I understand what all the chaos is about. Like when you can come in here and talk about your talking points and everything, and then you go back to the big names that you really want to talk about, of fights that we want to see that haven't happened. We have your Dinas Ugas and Errol Spence coming up. You know what I'm saying? I try not to speak on the fight, man, because they say I'm a straight up, but I'm not. I'm not a hater, bro. I just feel the way I feel about. But we have the fight coming up. We have your Dinas Ugas up here. He's calling the victory. You know what I'm saying? He's calling it. He feels confidence. Your Dinas Ugas feel confidence in going in there defeating Errol Spence, bro. And you know how many times we done talked about Spence Crawford? Now we have a fight that's building up pretty nicely. We have Errol Spence versus Dinas Ugas building up really nice, bro. People are really chattering about this. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a split second, bro. Yeah, but this is one of the bigger fights that people want to see. It's talked and talked and talked and talked to the point. And, you got to put a defibrillator on it, resuscitate it, kill it again, resuscitate it, kill it again. We could just go off hopes and wishes certain people going off hopes and wishes that Spence go in here and get it done against Ugas, so we can ultimately have that fight between him and Crawford. All right, I want it to happen, but the more and more I think about it, I'm saying, look, I'm really thinking that Ugas has a big chance, a big opportunity to seize the moment, and stylistically and performance wise, man, him beating, him having performance against Sean Porter the way he did, and getting the win over Pacquiao, and being that Spence has been going through what he went through, and coming off of that fight with Danny Garcia, where once again Styles made it very, very simple for Danny Garcia to take the punishment he did. It's looking real nice, bro. It's coming real nice. This fight, people talking about it, man. It's buzzing. Bzzz. It's buzzing real nice, man. Well, when it comes down, Ugas has a solid chance to do work. Against Spence. It's just that people don't believe it can happen. They believe that what they're looking at and everything as far as training. The training, every training session, if it even comes out to the public, it's gonna make him look like Mike Tyson videos did when he was getting ready to fight Roy Jones. I'm serious. They're gonna make that shit look sharp. They're gonna edit it. They're gonna do whatever, color grade it. They're gonna speed it up, slow it down. Anything they can do to promote and get Spence back in the good graces. I don't think they're gonna send Marvelous Jarvis back out into the workforce of social media. They're doing more interviews. That didn't work out too well. The people that was taking a interviewing this guy know damn well that he was sitting up here overthinking the situation and exaggerating. So we're not gonna see sparring partners come back out. But what we do want to see is, him make it to the fight. My point is, he needs to make it to the fight. Make it to the fight with Ugas. Stay healthy. Make it to the first press conference. You know what I'm saying? Make it. No. Hold on. Make it to the last press conference. The last press conference should be the fight week. Make it to the last press conference, and we good. We good. We good. That's all I can. That's all I can say on that, because I'm not gonna beat the horse that's been out there to the pasture kicking anyway. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker been kicking, because we've been beating it. And that horse can't even get up no more on his all fours. It's just laying there. It's trying to heal, but every single day somebody talks about this fight. Look, now they talk about Errol, Spence, Shadina's Ugas, not to mention, the Crawford situation. Would I like to see Crawford back in the ring fighting a fighter that's in conversation on YouTube? Yes, I would. Not by the name Jerron Ennis, though. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing him fighting Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman talking a lot of shit right now. I love for Crawford to go step on Thurman right now. You know what I'm saying? It'll just add to his resume. I want Errol Spence to be lucky number 7. I'm gonna be honest. I want him to be lucky number 7, not Keith Thurman. Anybody who knows lucky number 7, you'll figure it out. But I want Errol Spence to be lucky number 7, because 7 is a good number. 7 is a good number, especially with the name Spence on it. Thurman, nah, he can be lucky number 8, Ocho. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Put Thurman in there for Ocho. Let me see if the boxing section TBS. What's good there? What's good there, boxing section? How you feeling, bro? Salute to my dogs in the chat, man. Salute to you, bro. One of my boys down here, man. He's a Texas boy, man. He said he wanted to attempt to come on live and advocate for Spence, but I told him he's not a boxing fan. I say, bro, YouTube is a different animal, bro. You have to be prepared to come over here and talk boxing. You are a hip hop artist. You can't come over here yelling and screaming at YouTube and thinking it's like doing a skit. You can't do that shit, bro. I'm trying to see right now. Is he gonna pull up? Hold on for a second. My dog, we good. You going to Dallas? If I do show up to Dallas, it'll be last minute because I got some stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I might. I'm not sure yet. Well, what's up? What you talking about? Y'all got something planned up there? Is it something boxing going on up in Texas? Something big? Yeah, I was trying to see. Wasn't that me too trying to get this house? Okay, for sure. Oh, you moving to Texas? Okay, got you. What you what you think about Deontay Wilder situation, the ayahuasca? You know what I'm saying? The psychedelic beverage. You know what I'm saying? That he was talking about. What do you think about that, man? What y'all think about that? The methyltryptamine. You know what I'm saying? That synthesized hallucinogenic. I mean, I don't know the whole process on where that would be done, but it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting process. I'm curious to where it takes you. You know what I'm saying? In an altered state, what it does is it a cleansing. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it contains a psychedelic, but psychedelic, according to the strength, I don't know. That's not something I do, but I would like to know like how strong it is and what effects does it have, and then if you go to a certain place like that, um, consuming a psychedelic, right? Um, how it's supposed to present permanent changes? Like, what does it do to you? Are you meditating during that state? Do you have a therapist or do you have someone there to speak with you while you in that state? Like, is meditation? I'm trying to do more research on the ayahuasca. Deontay Wilder is planning. He's thinking about doing that. On you know what I'm saying? To see if he really wants to come back to the sport. Not because he's scared to come back to the sport, just because he's fed up with the politics, the cheating and all that. So he feels some type of way about the sport that he's became great in. I'm just trying to learn more about the ayahuasca, you know what I'm saying? And the effects that they have, that's all. I got Spence whooping Ugas comeback. We got Jackson on it. Curtis Jackson. I don't he said I don't think anything about that shit. You have to though. Because it's a mind altering type of influencer. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about a psychedelic, you know. Hey, what up, man?
What up, bro? What up, bro?
Hey,
What's
hey, I
good?
was just telling them that, you one of them Texas boys up there that's an advocate for Errol Spence and everything. But hey, let me introduce my boy, man. He's a
Uh,
multi-talented hip hop artist down here in the A. He's one of the best barbers in the game. And plus, he does a lot of other stuff when it comes to business. But what he ain't good at is goddamn boxing. I can't believe you showed up. I can't believe you showed up, dog. Don't
I
come
didn't
over here.
I
Don't
didn't
come
know
over here with that Texas spin shit, dog. Get your
I
shit off.
didn't I
Let the
didn't
fans know
know.
who you are, man. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, let me tell everybody that I'm in a very much relaxed mode right now, and
Man,
I just got a random message on my phone that said, "Hey, come through. I'm live," but I feel like I've been set up. So,
man,
but
we done
but
talked
my
to
but my
set
name is
up.
Rob Partner. My name is Rob Partner, and I do a lot. Just follow me on social media, ROBPOTNA, and yeah, I represent Dallas, Texas. Shout out to my boy Errol Spence.
So like we was talking about at the restaurant when you was pretty much you saying that you in a relaxed state. Let me tell you something. It's not a setup. I shot you the link and I told you welcome to come by, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you said you wanted to, get some time and everything to do a little bit more research. I get it. I'm not gonna burn you down tonight, bro. You my boy. I'm not gonna burn you down, but what's your take on the Errol Spence situation in Texas, man? You know,
Look, this is it. For anybody that's not a fan of Errol, I get it. That's y'all's vibe. But for me, I'm from Dallas, Texas. And I don't just see Errol as a boxer. Granted, he's just winning. He hasn't taken a loss. Let me get that out there. But let's just say he has taken a loss. Dallas, Texas would still love him because he's from our backyard. But the fact that he has not taken a loss just means I'm going to continue to talk my trash anytime I get a chance. And I don't care what, I don't care who says what. Man down.
see over here. I pretty much told you, man, when I seen you that man down hashtag is now in the ownership of Terrence Crawford because we ain't seen Errol Spence knock nobody out in a while when he improved his competition, bro. Like you got to come over here with something better than man down and all lighthearted talking about Spence if he loses one time. No, he's gonna lose, dog. He's going to. It's coming up real soon, bro. He's about to take this L real nice.
Oh my goodness.
He's about to take
These
this L real nice.
non-believers. These I mean, look, I can't be mad at the non-believers. You gotta suffer your own fate. You feel me? I cannot be mad at the non-believers. I'm just saying that I'm riding with Earl. I'm riding with Earl, Mr. Spence. You feel me? Mr. Spence. He is Dallas, Texas. And I don't see the L coming. I don't see the L coming.
Then you tell me that the what he does in the community. I mean, you was pretty adamant about letting me know he does things in community, like this, investing in sidewalk sweepers and um I mean, I can't really remember what you said exactly. What you said, sidewalk sweepers and
Oh,
um.
don't be disrespectful. Earl, if you're listening, I'm going to smack him for you. Don't worry. Team man down. I got this.
I'm just trying to get a closer understanding of the Texas because I said, okay, so I understand you're L. Spence diehard fan, right? But I asked you about any other fighters in Texas. You said, yeah, they got them Charlo boys. I thought that was disrespectful, dog, in a way.
How is that? How is that? Well, actually, I said them twins.
Oh yeah,
And
them Charlo twins, yeah.
I mean, I look. I'm not gonna say that I'm not a fan of those guys. I'm a fan of a lot of guys. I just think that Dallas, Texas, has a little more personal relationship with Earl Spence. So if you're from Dallas, if you're from Texas. But if you're from Dallas explicitly, you're gonna ride with Earl. You know what I mean? You just gonna ride with Earl. You believe in him enough to ride with him. Don't mean he the greatest boxer of all time. I have my favorites.
Oh, we know that ain't
You
true.
know what I mean? Don't
That
mean
ain't true.
don't mean I'm not a fan of anybody else. It just means that I have a personal connection with Earl Spence from being from Dallas, Texas. So I got to ride for the home team. You know, people hate the Eagles. I'm a Eagle for life. So you
So
know,
that's a little confusing for me, bro. Because as we was talking, I was trying to say, okay, if you're a hardcore Errol Spence fan, why not support America's team, the Dallas Cowboys?
because I wasn't raised to be a Dallas Cowboy.
So you claiming Texas, but you're not claiming Jerry Jones' team. But
So
yet,
let's get
hold
this
up, hold up,
let's get
hold
this
up. This is
straight.
where
Let's get
I'm gonna
this
walk you.
straight
I'm gonna
because
dog
he
walk
didn't.
you in. You was telling me that Jerry Jones support Errol Spence.
Right.
Now you attaching a football team as if you glorifying Jerry Jones supporting Errol Spence, but yet you don't even fuck with the Cowboys. So how does that make Errol look?
I don't know how that makes Errol look. I mean, I'm pretty sure he appreciates all of his supporters, no matter what football team they like.
But you was making a big deal that Jerry Jones support Errol Spence
Look, I was making that a big deal because no other city has a Jerry Jones. I was making that a big deal because regardless if I'm a Cowboys fan or not, Jerry Jones is a mega power individual that will cut a check in a heartbeat and probably make things happen without even having to cut a check. So my point was he has the support of, if not, probably one of the most powerful men in Texas. Period. And this guy will open up doors, and this guy will invest, and this guy will do things. So yeah, I'm not a diehard Cowboys fan, but that has nothing to do with my supporter of Spence. That
do
don't
you
have
do you think do you think Jerry Jones will invest in the shoe face therapy?
shoe face therapy.
Yeah, when Terrence Crawford step on his face, you know what I'm saying? When it comes time for them to link up, does he invest in shoe face therapy? Because
hey,
Terrence Crawford gonna
hey,
step on Spence, dog.
hey, Terrence Crawford.
He gonna step
Run,
on Spence,
run,
dog.
run fast, bro. There's some people at World Combat Sports right now. They attached to the front end of your pants. Run fast. They attached, bro, and they is not getting off. Run fast.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm saying, does he invest with all that money? Does he invest in shoe face therapy, dog? Because when you knock
I,
somebody down, sometimes when you in the momentum of the punch, sometimes it carries over, and you have to step on it. You step on their face while you go into the neutral corner.
I mean,
So
I
I'm
really
just trying
don't
to
know.
understand. Does he invest in that shit?
I don't know. You'll probably have to ask Jerry, but if you're thinking that Earl's gonna hit that mat, or if you're thinking he's gonna need facial reconstruction, well, it hasn't happened yet, and we don't believe it. You need
He
more
ain't
people.
fought nobody yet, though, dog. He ain't fought nobody. To be honest, he ain't fought nobody the caliber Crawford, big dog.
Okay, I mean,
I'm
look,
not
look,
trying to take
look,
your buzz away, but
look.
he ain't
This is
fought
the
the
thing.
best.
Okay, I get it. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I hear what fans may believe. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. Okay, but they say the same exact thing about so many other fighters, and some of those other fighters are amongst the Mayweathers, who they'll say, "Hey, Mayweather." Even though you've never been beat, you're trash because you've never fought anybody. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear all that bull crap. I don't want to hear none of that crap about you ain't fought nobody. That's why you ain't lost yet. I don't want to hear none of that crap about this and that. I just want to see what happens when it happens. And that's it. That's it. Cause it's a million boxers out there who people could be like, oh yeah, he's not really good. He ain't fought nobody. Hey,
Well,
whatever.
if you include me, 1,000,001.
Well, I'm including you. You the
Well,
one. You the
hey,
million and
million
one.
million one because I look at it's competition. Sean Porter, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at the opponents that he done beat. Were they great opponents? His resume can be scrutinized like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They'll say the same thing about Terrence Crawford.
I mean, they'll
So
say that about a lot of fighters. A lot of people might think Terrence Crawford hasn't had no real holy, super crazy fight. You got people that I don't know. I don't know what you guys want
I
to
already
see.
told you, bro. He has 6 stoppages at welterweight. Acknowledge, identify, and recognize their partner.
Hey, look. Hey, Terrence Crawford. Partner don't have anything against you. I think you're a great fighter. I'm just letting you know I'm rocking my man down t-shirt.
Hey
That's
man,
it.
if you rocking
That's
with Errol
it.
Spence, there's a problem with him, dog. I'm gonna be the advocate. It's a problem, dog.
No, it's a
You
problem for
got to
this.
choose, bro. You either choose. You
Oh, I'm
rocking
oh
with
I'm
Team
choose.
Crawford.
I didn't
You
chose.
you
I didn't
rocking with Team
I didn't
Crawford.
already chose. See, they ain't gotta get me to choose. They know who I'm riding with. You
You
feel
rocking
me?
with Team Crawford, or
No, no, no,
you not
no.
on
I'm
the
rocking
team,
with
dog.
Team Man Down. I'm rocking with Team Man Down.
Well, guess what? You on the same team now. Cause look, the only one of the two that's been knocking cats out has been Crawford. He's stopped all his
Well,
opponents at welterweight, dog.
he should have made the slogan popular.
He
He should
did.
have he should have grabbed it. He should have grabbed it before we did.
I think he never really quite lived up to that moniker yet. There, he ain't lived up to the moniker there, partner.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. All I
Man
look at
down.
is
I see
W's
his
and
last
L's.
three. Like
All
when
I
you
look
talk
at is
about
W's
Mikey,
and L's.
when you see
All I
Mikey,
look at is W's and L's.
Sean Porter, Danny, all of them was standing. Once all of them was standing, and
All of them was
Sean
standing, all of
Porter.
them lost.
Yeah, you're right. All of them
All
lost,
of
but they
them
were
lost.
standing though.
I don't care if you lose on your back or you lose on your feet, you lost. And we can say the same thing about Mayweather. I don't care if they lost on their back or if they lost on their feet. They lost.
Who Mayweather lose to? I mean, what we keep bringing up Mayweather? We need to stay on
No,
topic
no,
now.
no.
I
My
know how you
point
Texas
is,
people love being
no,
distracted when
no,
it comes to
my
Errol
hey,
Spence.
hey, World Combat. You don't want to disrespect Texas. Stop
I
that.
said I know how you Texans get when you're talking about Errol Spence. That's not disrespect. That's just making something,
No,
you know.
I'm just letting everybody know that this is not a one-sided conversation. If you feel this way about Earl Spence, then there's tons of other great boxers that you feel this way about as well.
No, I
That's
choose to
it.
just focus directly on Errol.
I can't just focus directly just on Earl. How can I do that?
But you
The
repping the man
boxing
down here
got a
in the
lot of
AT
fighters.
in the ATL. You repping the man though. So I'm like, like
I'm definitely in Atlanta screaming man down. Non-stop.
damn.
Non-stop. That ain't never gonna change.
That's unfortunate, man. But the good thing about it, you in driving distance, and it's a lot of therapists down here, man. I'm gonna get you some help, bro.
Same
Partner,
way I'm
I'm gonna get you
screaming.
some help, dog. For real.
Same way I'm not in Vegas and I'm screaming money team as
Hey,
well.
dog. I'm gonna get you some help down this motherfucker, dog. For real.
You're gonna have to, bro.
I'm gonna have to
Cause,
bring you
cause,
over to
cause if
Team
Errol
Crawford. It
keep
might
on
take a.
getting these W's, I might really pass out. I might be like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. You about to have me a heart attack with all these wins, Earl. Man,
Do you
damn.
know? Do you know what you have to say about this next fight? How do you feel about that? And
Oh, I
being that
think
you're a Texan,
no,
try to stay on topic.
I think that's easy money. I think that's easy money.
Damn.
I think he's coming off of another heartbreaking situation. First it was the car crash where he could have passed away. He came back, got the job done. Now he's coming back into the ring. Should have already fought, but he couldn't because he had to have eye surgery. So I think he's going to come back from eye surgery and do the exact same thing again. And we're going to be having this conversation again because everybody's going to say, oh, yeah, he ain't fought nobody. But as long as he get the W, my money's good.
Tank, I'm going to say them.
I never meaning no, and never lie. Something I never meaning no, and never.
Yeah, what you saying again?
You see how disrespectful he is. Y'all see how disrespectful World Combat Sports is.
Bro, I told you the YouTube shit's a different animal,
You
dog.
need to be with the boy Dana, the one that run UFC. What's his name?
I don't know, man. I don't even cover mixed
You know,
martial arts like
you
that.
know who I'm talking about. That's who
Let me see.
your
You
crime
talking about
partner
Scott
need to be.
Coker? You talking about Scott Coker?
Is that him, the bald headed guy with the
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, that's him.
I don't think that's his name. I don't think that's his name.
Man, I ain't doing your homework for you, dog. I ain't doing your homework, bro.
You know,
I ain't doing your homework for you, bro.
look. This is all I'm saying because you know, hey YouTube world, say so. Hey YouTube world, I am I'm a barber and entertainer, viral barber and entertainer, and I'm not a super stone cold crazy boxing fanatic.
We know that. We know
But
that.
I will
And the
ride.
people that's
But I
listening in the
will
chat,
ride for the
they know
people
that.
that'll ride with me. And you know, I represent Errol. You feel me? I really do enjoy watching the money team. You know, I love watching those guys over there. You know, it's a couple. You know what I mean? It's a couple more. You know what I mean? There's a couple fighters in Philly that I enjoy watching. I'm originally born in Camden, New Jersey, but I was raised in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so being raised in Dallas, Texas, you got to represent for Dallas, Texas.
You said you came to Dallas when you was like 18 years old.
No, I said I came to Dallas when I was like 8, 9 years old, and I've been back
I
and
heard the
forth.
one in that motherfucker, dog.
You,
Don't
you
try to lie.
you
Be
never
honest,
you
dog.
never heard that
Every
in your
time you
life.
see me, I say, whatever you do, don't come on my podcast capping.
Hey, y'all listening to World Combat Sports. If y'all believe anything this man say, you going to hell with him with
No,
gasoline
you the
draws on.
visitor though. You the visitor. They know you don't. You new to the community. They know that already.
Hey guys, make sure y'all follow me. Anytime you want to chime in with your boxing statistics on my posts, you more than welcome.
What?
You more than welcome to follow Rob Partner on every platform.
They wouldn't dare.
And
They
hit me
wouldn't
with
dare
some
do that.
boxing stuff.
They
Tell
wouldn't
me
dare
about this
chime in on talk some boxing with you,
so I
Rob.
can
You gotta do your homework.
reply man down. So I can reply man down.
Man, they already heard man down, bro. You need something more. You need something more. You need more substance to it, dog. You got to come harder than that, bro.
Hey, fans of WCS. After this next fight with Errol Spence, I need you guys to pay attention to World Combat Sports Instagram. It will be flooded. I'm going to make sure he's going to wake up and want to turn his comments off. After this Errol Spence fight, I'm going to make sure that his comments are going crazy nonstop.
Hey, what I'm gonna love about it, I ain't never really had the chance to interact with Ugas fans. I look forward to interacting with Ugas fans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, we what we talking about? 6 or 7 round stoppage for Ugas? It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Ugas go in there and get that stoppage, man. It's gonna be different.
Hey man, you know, I want them to come train hard. You know what I mean? Don't worry, Earl could see. You know, at one point they said he couldn't walk. He stepped in the ring, looked like he was walking on water. I had to pray for a second. Now they gonna say he can't see, and he gonna come through and he gonna see right through this guy's nose. Boom, man down.
What a beautiful, beautiful backstory. Which, man, we that's just so enlightening, and I don't know what to say about it, bro. Like, whenever I hear, another one of his fans tell about his detriment, I just want to reach out and volunteer charity work and shit.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Did
I'm
you
just
ain't want
saying,
to?
y'all keep going
Did you
off.
want to? Did you
Oh,
want to
it's
pay
such
Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson got released from prison? Did you want to do charity work on Mike Tyson?
but nobody wasn't showing him sympathy like
You know,
y'all doing over there with Errol Spence, dog. Nobody
oh,
wasn't making up all these excuses.
ain't
Mike was
nobody
just on
showing
his own shit.
sympathy. I'm stating facts. This is not sympathy. I am not telling the world, hey, don't think Errol Spence is going to fight as hard. No, 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 no. I'm telling the world he may step out fighting 10 times harder.
Oh,
Because what happened the first time was people doubted him. See, nobody was looking for sympathy. See, this is the problem. I think that some people just don't understand Texas culture. Texas would never look for sympathy from outsiders. Never in life. You bet you read them signs nice and clear when you fly into Texas or you drive into Texas. Don't mess with Texas. It's clear as day. So this ain't no call for sympathy. We don't need that sympathy. I'm just saying that if you go against us, you'll fall. Shout out to Earl Spence. Man down.
I mean, look, it's love for Texas, man. It's love for Texas. There's a lot going on out there. It's a lot going on out there for real. But boxing ain't one of them. They trying to, but they still got some work to do when it comes to boxing, bro.
Hey man,
The women out there is in surplus. I'll tell you that. But I'm just saying, to have a sign up there, it just seems like,
So Roy Jones Jr. didn't come from Houston?
bro, we're talking about where he made his stake, his claim, Pensacola, Florida, shouty.
Nah. He might have started out, but when he became
Pensacola,
great,
Florida, shouty.
it's because Texas said, "Hey, Roy, you're gonna be great."
No, not at all. Not at all.
Now to some of
Not at all.
you boxing fans that
Not
was
at all.
watching Roy Jones, his
Not at all.
come up, and watching him as a young guy trying to become great, you might say Florida. But to the people that know Roy Jones Jr., is gonna let you know fast that when Jay Prince said let's go, Roy said let's go. Simple and plain.
But where was he born at, though? I just need for you to answer that.
What do it matter where he was born at? I wasn't born in
I'm
Texas.
just saying, you're getting a little loud and rambunctious. Just answer the questions, dog. Where was Roy Jones Jr. born?
He's from Florida.
What part?
Who knows? Pensacola? Is that what you said?
So
Pensacola.
that's what he reps.
I don't know.
That's what he reps.
I don't know him.
That's what he reps.
That you probably only know if you read his bio, because the rest of the world
No, I've been down there to his place several times. Like, I know that's what he reps. That's where he made his claim. That's what he brought up. That's what that's where his reputation at, Pensacola, Florida. In his rap songs, you're a hip hop artist, so you know about that. You know about that. Y'all always putting where you're from in your songs, right? I mean, you're a hip hop artist, dog. Come on, man.
Hey,
Roy Jones, a hip hop artist too, dog.
Hey, all right.
You must have forgot.
Because he got love for Texas, so I ain't gonna say nothing about Roy.
Absolutely, he got love for Texas.
Shout out to Roy.
Absolutely, he got love for Texas.
Look, before I get out of here, guys, because I'm a little busy right now. He
doing
done
not a
broke
damn
me
thing.
out of my relaxation mode.
No,
he
you're
broke
not.
me out of my relaxation mode. You feel me? I got a random phone call. I was cornered, but I ain't complaining. I've came.
Oh,
I saw,
you acting soft right now. You was cornered,
and I've done what I was supposed to do. Damn. So I just want to let you guys know, whoever's listening, whoever's tuned in, Rob Partner is my name. I'm okay. You can don't send me no DMs, but definitely come through the comment section and tell me how.
I'm gonna show you how my audience get down. Andrew Charles put up there. He said, "This what happens when Dallas Cowboy fans dabble in boxing."
And
Shout out to the brother,
doesn't
though.
it suck?
That's
See,
educated. That's educated individuals right there, keeping it light like
is
I'm doing.
he
They're
is
keeping
he
it light on
truly
you, dog.
educated? Is he truly educated?
Hey, they're
Or
keeping
did
it
he
light
just
on
come
you.
in late? Is he educated or did he just come in late? Because clearly I
He been
said
here the
I'm
whole
a
time.
Philadelphia Eagle. So he's just automatically throwing me to the Cowboys. So I think he just chimed in late and decided to start talking. Hey, don't worry, guy. Hey, don't worry, little guy. Don't worry, little guy. It's okay. I forgive you. It's okay. I forgive
No
you.
forgiveness necessary. I think what he put out there was absolutely fact. That's what happened when Dallas Cowboy fans dabble in boxing. You're
I don't know.
dabbling
I
in
don't know
boxing right
what I
now.
don't know what Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't know what happens when Dallas Cowboys
Now you're gonna
fans
take this
dabble
L,
in
man,
boxing.
because when you was
Because I'm
yelling and
not a Dallas
screaming,
Cowboys.
nah, bro,
So
when
I don't
you was
know.
yelling and screaming, you was talking about, hey, Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying? He supported Errol because Errol's a big deal in Texas. And then you're gonna get on here and talk about I'm a Philly fan
What does that have to do with anything?
because you was
There's a
bigging up
lot of
Jerry
powerful
Jones
people out there.
for
There's a
freaking
lot of
2 hours,
powerful
dog.
people out there, and Jerry Jones just happened to be one of them. Errol Spence is born and raised in that area.
DeSoto, right?
Don't disrespect. It's a lot of
I'm just
cities in
saying,
Dallas.
DeSoto. I
It's a
just want
lot
to
of
make
cities in Dallas.
clarification. DeSoto.
It's a lot of outskirts cities of Dallas, Texas, and we still gonna say Dallas. Don't get me popping about
All right.
Atlanta.
All
Everybody
right.
from Stone Mountain and Decatur gonna say they from the east side of Atlanta. So don't get me started. At the end, do not get me started. At the end of
I'm
the
just
day,
saying, you know,
and
it would
look,
be good if he represented Long Island every now and then, gave a shout out to his birthplace. But
oh my
it's a Dallas
God.
thing. You know, it's a Dallas thing. That's all. That's a
Oh,
Dallas thing. It's all good.
hey, look.
I'm not gonna beat it too much. You know, I took it very, very extremely dedicated, you know, to maintaining friendship and rapport with you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's not much
I
that you
took it
really
light.
can
I
say
took it
to
light
me.
on you.
Well, hey, you know what? Thank you for taking it light on me. Even
I don't
though
want
I feel like
I don't want you taking out the motherfucking straight razor and slipping up and coming across and trying to give me a Fat Joe signature across the face. I ain't trying to do that, dog.
Hey, look. Hey, for all of y'all, if you want to help World Combat Sports, just grab a hold of his legs and just yank his ass off of the front of Crawford's pants. Because if you got love for World Combat Sports, do him a favor and just he's like a gnat. He's just stuck right on the front end of his jeans right now.
You don't use the same joke twice on two different people. So basically, I asked for you to develop new content because you used that on Errol Spence.
Hold on,
I'm suggesting that you don't use it on nobody else. Don't use that joke on nobody else, dog.
Hold on, Andrew. Did you pinned his comment, huh?
Oh yeah, I had to represent my audience, dog.
Hey,
if they have something to say, they got to be heard, bro. What you talking about?
Andrew, real quick, Andrew.
How you on the Eagles fans but repping Texas so hard? That's
because I was raised in Dallas.
That's blasphemy.
What is wrong? What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? I'm from Camden, New Jersey. Spent half my years in Camden, New Jersey. Moved to Dallas, Texas. Traveled back home every summer. Lived in Dallas, Texas.
Did you read
my
REPPIN? REPPIN. Reppin'.
I rep both of my cities. They both my cities. What's wrong with y'all? I'm bossed up. In real life, I'm quite the young boss. I have two cities that will move if I tell them to move. This don't have nothing to do with Cowboys and Eagles. Stop changing the subject, Andrew Charles.
Hey, relax, man, on my audience, man. Stop trying to bully and browbeat my audience, bro. Stop bringing that Texas animosity over here, dog. We in the A.
Now we got animosity in Texas.
I'm just saying. I mean, y'all get so frustrated and belligerent quickly, man.
Hey, Andrew.
Now, Andrew was talking 100,000% facts, man. He was just letting you know
I
what it
don't see
is.
any
Dog.
facts. I don't see any facts.
He said
I
you
don't.
repping Texas.
I love it. I love it in Texas. I love everything except them cowgirls. Sorry, but I respect Jerry Land. Gotta respect a man with $1 billion. At the
Okay.
end of the day, I'm a hustler. So I might not be a fan of the Cowboys, but I do understand that they the most famous NFL team in the world. I gotta respect that.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna hold you long. I appreciate you pulling up, and with hearing you say you respect a man with $1 billion tells me you'll definitely respect Errol Spence with one loss. I appreciate you pulling up, dog. For real. I, I appreciate you up to the block, dog.
Hey, I appreciate World Combat Sports. Every time I get with this guy, it's just it's so comfort. The front of my jeans is just a comforting spot because
For you to be a hip hop artist, I can't believe you don't use that shit 3 times already.
that's the only
You
that's
know damn well that ain't me on a hook on one of your songs, dog.
I want everybody to chime in. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rob Partner. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter, Rob Partner, and we can always go back and forth about some boxing. I love
No,
it.
no, they ain't
It's
gonna do that.
fun.
No,
Come through.
no.
Hey, Andrew Charles, you specifically.
No, I don't think any. Look, if you choose to venture over there, support him for his, what he's known for, what he's good at. Don't go talk no boxing because I don't
Hey,
want you to get bored. I don't want you to get bored and get upset and agitated
hey,
and
you know, yo,
start leaving mean comments in his damn chat and shit.
hey, shout
I
out
don't,
to
I don't want you bullying him.
shout out to all the up and coming boxers in Georgia, in Atlanta, Joe, because they seem to show me more love than World Combat Sport.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Hey, I see you learning how to get the replies right and use creative content. I don't even think they know who you are, to be
shout out,
honest, for
shout
real.
out all of the boxers that hit me up frequently. I
No, they don't.
definitely
Stop
like you guys.
capping.
I've been to a couple small
Stop
boxing
capping.
matches. I've been to a couple small boxing matches these past few months.
Stop capping.
I actually was booked to judge one of them. Had a great time, and
I
I be
mean,
trying.
that's what they do on regional levels. They
You
want
know,
they want personalities to come out there and judge the match. I mean,
I
you
be
sitting up there judging a one round, 11-7. They say no, that's not the grading scale. You're not grading it in 11-12 and stuff like no.
look.
No. It's
You see,
ten
guys.
nine. It's 10-9 regardless.
You see, guys. He had to get technical. He had to start getting technical.
I'm just saying,
You see,
dog.
He had to start getting technical because partners in these streets. And
You can't grade a knockdown when there's no knockdown. You can't sit up here and say it's a 10-8 round and nothing happened.
hey, man, thanks for having me. I'm about to get back to relaxing, and before I go, just want to let
Don't
everybody
do no
know,
parting shots. Don't do no parting shots and shit.
man
Don't do that.
down, man down, man down. Speak to you guys later.
Yeah, man, that was my boy. I just brought him on here because you know he's one of those Texans who support Spence. It wasn't that serious, you know what I'm saying? Very talented brother. Just a little light fun or whatever. But he's good at what he does, and I'm damn good at what I do. But follow him on IG for what he does. You know what I'm saying? Multitasker, um, very known. You know what I'm saying for his viral vids, and also his songs he put out. He done put out a whole album. He can rock, man. He definitely has lyrics for real. Very talented dude. I just told him, I invite him over here to the YouTube community because he didn't quite understand how different of an environment it was over here when it comes to talking boxing. So yeah. Andrew Charles, man, you did your thing, man. Continue to correct and check the visitors. You know what I'm saying? Correct and check the visitors. Don't let them get away with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all all for pulling up to the block once again, WCS Avenue. It's been a pleasure. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. I am